A trendy ice cream chain that recently opened in Silver Lake is getting pushback by some residents.
That's after it moved next to a long-standing mom and pop gelato shop. On your sign's Kristine Lazar is here with the scoop.
When I wrote that, I felt really good about that.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
You know, I learned about this on Twitter. There were a lot of locals just kind of sounding off, upset over this. And I think it speaks to a larger issue that we're seeing in these really trendy neighborhoods where you're seeing a lot of turnover from the smaller, you know, mom and pop shops to the larger chains. And of course, there's room for both, but people get really possessive.
Well, and if they're right next door.
Yeah, so it's kind of the battle of the scoops here, you know? Salt and Straw had its grand opening earlier this month on Sunset Boulevard, but not everyone is sweet on the location, with some accusing the chain of being a bad neighbor.
Do you want to sample anything?
Michael Book has been serving up his buttery smooth gelato for 17 years here at Pozzo Gelato in Silver Lake, sourcing many of his ingredients from local farmers markets.
Refreshing, right?
Sunset Junction was once known for its small businesses, but food and drinks writer and Silver Lake resident Esther Sang says that's changed over the last decade.
And there's lots of chains that have been taking the places of what were occupied by mom and pop shops. It's very much big interest, and it's very much pushing out the local vibe.
The latest chain to move in, the popular ice cream store, Portland-based Salt and Straw. But its location is getting an icy reception from some locals.
I think it really sucks.
Why the distaste? Salt and Straw opened up 3 doors down from Pozzo Gelato.
I thought it was weird that, number one, no one talked to me about it. And obviously it's weird to have a big corporate ice cream place open up next door to you.
Book says he's happy to go scoop to scoop with Salt and Straw, but he says their mutual landlord has told him his lease will not be renewed when it comes up in 2025.
I don't know if there was some sort of agreement with Salt and Straw or not, that they would be the only ice cream shop.
The owner of Salt and Straw, Kim Malik, flew from Oregon to Los Angeles to speak with us and dispute this. Do you have any sort of agreement with the landlord that would push Michael out when his lease is up?
We don't have any agreement that would prevent him from renewing his lease with the landlord.
Malik says she was under the impression Book was trying to get out of the business and sublease his space.
When we opened here, we understood that he was leaving and that he actively was, you know, done and wanting to move on. And if he's changed his mind, I mean, we are more than happy to coexist.
Book says he did consider subleasing and allowed his realtor to test the market. But once business improved as California rebounded from the pandemic, he maintains he changed his mind and sent this email to the management company last September to inquire about extending his lease.
I'm hoping that ownership will see that the community really does want me here.
And we did reach out to the management company for the property, and a representative claims Book is using this situation with Salt and Straw to gain leverage in negotiations with the landlord. Of course, he denies that. That rep went on to say they would be happy to engage in lease negotiations closer to when his lease expires. And I will tell you, I've tried Salt and Straw before. They're known, you know, very good ice cream. They're known for their kind of funky flavors. They had like habanero when we were there. I also tried the gelato, the Greek yogurt. Oh, so good. So, you know, I think both of them say, hey, we're happy to just go toe to toe. I don't know that locals want that as much, but now we'll just see what happens with the landlord.
Yeah. This is not only in Silver Lake, this is, we were just talking about right down the street from where we are right now. We've got a gelato shop and 2 major ice cream shops literally on the same street. So
Sometimes you crave one, though.
I agree.
So
it's true, and sometimes the kids want one and the adults want the other. You know, I think that the owner just felt blindsided, and I think the locals are worrying that this is now going to continue to happen where they see the larger chains come in, and they really have a taste for the smaller ones.
Well, and it's sad because so many of these mom and pop businesses had to struggle so badly.
Can you imagine being an ice cream shop in 2020?
No.
I mean, that was really tough, and they survived. And at first he thought, you know, I'm not going to survive, and that's when he said he started looking at subleasing, but now he says he's committed to staying. So we'll see how this plays out.
Okay, Kristine, thank you.